Hello, Sabbath School Vlog. Happy Sunday. This is April 13th, and today's study is entitled Seat of Moses. The memory verse is found in Matthew chapter 15, verse 8 and 9. This people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men. The Pharisees and the scribes are viewed as the bad guys in the gospel narratives. Though this group as a whole was legalistic and judgmental, there were Pharisees who were also members of the Sanhedrin that were admirers of Christ, such as Nicodemus and Joseph of Arimathea, that took the body of Christ down from the cross and gave him a proper tomb. The original purpose for which the Pharisees were formed was a good one. They were to keep the people of Israel away from paganism, which they were so inclined to practice. The Pharisees were attempting to serve the nation by leading them down the road of righteousness, teaching the people how to keep the law of Moses. But with time, these teachers of the law began to use their position and authority to exalt themselves above the people. Jesus describes their condition in Matthew chapter 23, verses 1 through 12. Then Jesus said to the crowds and the disciples, "The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. You must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their phylacteries wide and their tassels on their garments long. They love the place of honor at banquets and the most important seats in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in marketplaces and to be called rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher and are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth father, for you have one Father, and he's in heaven. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instructor, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." The Pharisees seemed to put themselves in a higher spiritual level than the people they were called to serve. But Christ declared that all are brothers, and we all have the same singular need, which is Christ. We must be careful to guard ourselves from spiritual pride and hypocrisy, because knowing what is right is different from doing what is right. Romans chapter 2 verse 13 says, "For it is not those who hear the law who are righteous in God's sight, but it is those who obey the law who will be declared righteous." Let us study the law and the prophets with the zeal of the Pharisee, but with the heart of a publican, recognizing our own great need of salvation and mercy, so that we can serve the people of God, the truth, in love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Have a wonderful today, and God willing, I will see you tomorrow.